Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another video. Usually I sit in front of a PC for like an hour, just thinking how I'm gonna start, what I'm gonna record, what I'm gonna make, how am I gonna present it. Anxiety grows, and I keep overthinking it, and now I just decided, let's just start the video. Honestly, let's just click record and let's see where it goes. In case you're wondering why my voice is gone, it's always like this on a day off, because for me it's Tuesday evening, and Tuesday is the day that I don't stream. So my voice decides, oh, you don't need me today? I'm gonna go in a corner and die. So I always feel like I've talked the most on a day where I essentially talk the least. Sometimes my entire body on Tuesday just feels like it want to crawl up in bed and die. It's just exhaustion from the other 6 days, but I digress. I wanted, like, why I'm making this video right now is I want to talk about ranked in World of Warships. I spent the last hour trying to make a video. And I mean, I made a video, but it wasn't what I wanted it to be. I wanted to show you a video from a particular day that happened about a week ago or so, when I was in Bronze League. Sorry, not Bronze League. Well, technically, yeah, it was Bronze when I reached Bronze 1, and I was trying to qualify for Gold, right? So, Silver. So, technically, the moment you reach rank 1 in Bronze, you have a qualification, which I believe is 6 battles, and you need to win essentially 6 in a row, or I don't know how many are you allowed to lose, any amount as long as you save a star. Because in Bronze, top 2 this season for the first time ever, top 2 out of 6 actually save a star. And I was in Silver promotions. I don't know how many stars I had. It's not really important. So you're essentially already playing with Silvers and against Silvers under the Silver rules. So you don't save 2, you only save 1. And in Gold, you don't save any. It was my first 3 games of the day, and all 3 were catastrophical defeats. Now, we're not talking about we got outplayed, or we made mistakes, or I made a mistake, or they were better, or they had more radars, or it was a disaster. All 3 games in a row, which were the first 3 games of the day for me, so that was a really, really bad start. And I wanted to make a video where I show you the highlights of those 3 videos in short. Like the moments in which disaster has struck in all 3. And then show you the 4th game, which was the first actual proper fight game. Right? The first 3 were over in about 3 minutes. I'm not exaggerating. 2.5 to 3 minutes into the game, it was already obvious that we were gonna lose, because we were like 2 to 3 ships down, and there's just hardly any way to recuperate from that. And then it takes you another 3-4 minutes for the game to actually, you know, for the last couple of ships to get caught and killed, and for the game to be over. This is the... I mean, this season is a bit unique in a couple of aspects. For the first time ever, we have top 2 save a star in Bronze. Silver remains normal. And Gold, for the first time in a very, very long time, Gold doesn't save a star at all. And I've been telling people who wanted to get rid of the star saving system that they either are relatively new, and they haven't played the game back in the day of the old system when you had like 25 ranks and you had a couple of irrevocable ones, the last one being rank 12. And after that, you either win a star in a game or you lose a game and you lose a star. It doesn't matter how good you are. It doesn't matter how good you did in that particular game. All it matters at the end of the battle, does it say victory or does it say defeat? It was a very grindy, very frustrating, very hard, very punishing process. And people who wanted the system to remove a star of a top player by XP earned at the end of the game on the losing side, who wanted like that system gone, they either don't remember how frustrating it was or they never knew it. And the only thing that they see is some people save a star that don't deserve to save a star because they play these ships that are just damage farmers, kill securers. They try to stay in the back and farm and stay alive. And then they don't really play for the win. They play for the star. And then they occasionally save a star. And then people who were playing for the win don't save a star. They see this guy saving a star. It pisses them off. And then they're like, you know, F this guy. This is not fair. A guy like that doesn't deserve to save a star. Okay, sure. I agree. In certain situations, people like that definitely do not deserve to save a star. But that's a minority. There's a certain amount of people that deserve to not lose a star because their team was horrific. And we all know by now that the longer the time goes, the worse the skill gets. And the economic system in the game is in total disarray. The amount of time that people need to spend, and I've said this a million times, the amount of time that people need to spend grinding a certain ship, a certain tier, a certain class before they progress to the next one is a fraction of what it used to be. I could literally go from tier 1 to tier 10 in one day. And I've done it before and I've proved it. You can cycle ships in one game. 2, 3, 4, 5. You can't learn. I mean, obviously, it's a bit of an extreme example because if you have to be good in order to be able to do that. So it's not a great example in that regard, but bear in mind this was never possible 5 years ago, for example. Like I don't care how good you were, you couldn't progress through a ship in 5 games unless we're talking tier 2. So people progress way too fast. Wargaming is to blame for this because they're essentially just want to they want your money, and as long as you give them money, they will give you everything. And you just stack everything and you're speeding through the grind. Not everybody pays, but we all know that the whales can be the worst, right? Because they just buy everything, they go in and they get absolutely murdered and they don't care. They had fun. Screw the rest of us. My point is, we all know the game is in shambles, and this rank season is heartbreaking. Honestly, it's heartbreaking. Like, me and my chat are looking at what's going on in the current rank season, and I don't know what to do, man. I don't know what to do. There's nothing that I can say, there's nothing that I can do that's gonna change this. And it's both tilting, heartbreaking, depressing, angering, mind-blowing. And I just decided I'm gonna talk about it. And I'm gonna give you some examples. Bronze, to me, feels like you have bronze on each side, but you're a good enough player, so you might be able to carry, right? And you might be able to do that relatively often. If anything else, if you end up on the top spot, and now even second top spot, you will save your star. So if you're a half decent player, you will steam through bronze never easier. I think there's actually more games in bronze now than it used to be before. And there's extra to qualify. But top 2, that's a third of the team saves a star. So you'll be able to do so. In silver, we abide the regular rules where only the top guy saves a star, and if you're a decent player, you can do it often enough that you will progress through silver as well. Then we come to gold. Nobody saves a star. I have spent 2 days playing World of Warships. My win rate was 27.5%. I shit you not. First day, I needed... Well, actually, I'm lying. It wasn't 2 days. It was more. But I remember the day when I started remembering it. I was silver 1. I had 4 stars, and you need 5 to qualify from silver to gold. And I think it's 6 in bronze to silver. And I started the stream, and I was like, all right, almighty Jesus, God, nature, universe, whatever you want to call it, RNGesus, Wargaming, World of Warships, matchmaking, whoever the fuck is listening, please, after 2 days, grant me 1 star in like my first battle ever, please, of that day, so I can move from qualifications from silver to gold and actually become in the gold. But you're already essentially gold. You're playing with gold. You just have to qualify before the end of the season in order to not go back to grinding silver. And I know that then the real nightmare begins. So I win the first game, I get into gold, and I'm like, oh, praise almighty, finally. And then I have 5 defeats in a row. Now, if there was a star saving system, it wouldn't make any difference. I'm rank 10 with no stars. I got nothing to lose. I'm still playing good, hopefully. But I got nothing to lose. 5 defeats in a row. It was Sunday. It's one of the crazy days when you really want to stream ships. A lot of audience. I quit. I was like, this is not going to work out. I'm not having fun. I'm getting frustrated. I'm getting angry. I'm not making any progress. My day's going to shit. It's ruining my mood. I don't want to stay here anymore. This is not fun. And I went to play other stuff. Day after, I came back. I think we played about 15 battles. I had 5 wins and about 10 defeats. At some point, we calculated, and I had 27.5% win rate after 2 days of World of Warships. And every single time that I won the star, I made 1 step forward. And then the following 2-3 games were all defeats. I lost the star immediately, and I went back to rank 10. At the end of the day, I think I was still rank 10. And then I think the day after, I managed to, after like a lot of defeats, I managed to win a couple of games, and I got to like rank 7, and then I called it there. In those particular occasions where you're bottom tier, saving a star won't matter, right? It doesn't matter because you got nothing to lose. But if I had a star to save, and after every win I did, it also doesn't matter. I'm going to lose it anyway. Now, it would matter to me to not lose a star that I worked hard to, for example, get, and I won a game, and voila, I got a star. And now my team loses 3 ships in 2.5 minutes. The game didn't even start. I'm still trying to cap the first cap as a DD. 2 or 3 of my teammates are dead. This is not 2 or 3 out of 12, and there's still plenty of battling to be done. This is 2 or 3 out of 6. Half the team is dead. I didn't even cap my first cap. The game didn't even start yet. I have no chance to win this battle. So now the realization kicks in, and you realize, oh my god, this is it. I can't save my star. Like, there's no point for me to continue fighting here. This is game over. I might as well just sail into the open, shoot the water in front of me so my detection goes up, let the enemy team kill me. And we see this happen. There's no way the 3 of us are going to win against 6 of them. We lost the flanks, we lost the caps, we lost half the team. We don't have any presence, we have no backup. The game is over. Unless we detonate 3 of them in the next 10 seconds, the game is over. And I have nothing to fight for in this game. It's extremely depressing. Because your team can be the worst team in the world. Like the absolute worst 5 teammates ever. You still have something to work for in the old system, in the previous system. You're like, all right, well, this is one of those games where you're just wasting time. It's an absolute waste of time. But I'm going to do some damage, some capping, some this, some that. Couple of torps, couple of hits, couple of fires, decaps, caps, whatever. I'm going to top the scoreboard, and at least I'm going to preserve what I worked for. Screw these guys, next battle. And then if that happens 5 fucking times in a row, pardon my language, you're losing your mind. You're absolutely losing your mind, but at least you're topping the scoreboard, hopefully, and you're saving a star. And it's only a matter of time, right, before the bad lose streak stops and you actually start gaining star. I mean, if you're a good player, you lose 5 games and you top the scoreboard 5 times, then you win 1 game, you move upwards. Then you lose 5 games, but you top the scoreboard, you save the star every time, then you win 1 game. Even with like 10% win rate, you can still move up. Highly unlikely that you will save the star every time. This is an extreme example, but in theory, you have something to hope for. You have something to work for. There's a reason for you to continue fighting. Gold League is supposed to be the top league in World of Warships solo player experience. It's supposed to be competitive. Or as competitive as a solo player can go. I don't know how many of you that watch my videos are actually in Gold League at the moment. I'm sure that those of you who are, you know very well what I'm talking about here. To those of you who are not, for the first time ever in about 6 years of this game, and me ranking out literally like every season, do not, I repeat, do not qualify for gold. Don't do it. Stay in silver. The difference between silver and gold is tremendous. The prizes are not that different. The level of depression, sadness, anger, loss of hope, frustration is immeasurable. Now you might be thinking to yourself, fucking hell, dude, it looks like you're talking about a failed crusade or some shit, and there's like people dead everywhere, and it's just a game. Yeah, to you it's just a game. To me, it's a little bit more of that. That's why I'm a content creator and you're a viewer. That's why I try to do this, and I'm here to pour my soul and heart out, right? Now, Wargaming might not give a shit about me. Wargaming might not give a shit about you, but I do. Do not go gold. It is by far the worst league. It's been like this for a while. People are extremely playing like extremely bad. You can't save a star. Whenever your team loses, you lose. You go step backward. I got into gold because, you know, I'll always shoot for the stars, but is it worth it? No. Absolutely not worth it. I tried battleships. I tried carriers. I tried DDs. I'm not really sure if I tried cruisers. Yeah, I think so. I dropped some cruiser games. German battleships are YOLOing every game. Cruisers are hydroing and radaring you through islands. Some of the maps are extremely small. If you're a DD, you're just gonna get hydroed and radared. Carriers are as enjoyable experience as you can expect. It's only 6 of you. Losing a teammate is a big deal. Losing 3 in 3 minutes is detrimental. I'm gonna continue trying, so you know, so you don't have to. I guess, I don't know. Like, do it if you want to, but my honest suggestion, don't. People have no idea how horrible, how hard, how frustrating old experience, old rank system used to be. One major thing that people forget about the old and the new system, and this is the same thing that happened to carriers, and I'll tell you why. In the old system, you had like originally 25 ranks. 12th rank was the last irrevocable rank that you, like, no matter how many games you lose, once you reach that rank, you can't go backwards. And that was a decent stretch. From 12, you were still in like one league. Then you needed to get a couple of wins to enter another league from 10 to 6. No irrevocable. You had to continue tanking without saving a star. You had to continue grinding and tanking to get to Premier League, which was rank 5, where you enter with a completely new specter of players, which are supposed to be the best. And then you have to continue grinding to rank 1. No irrevocable stars, no saving a star. So you dropped an anchor to a lot of dead weight between 12 and 5. And even if they make it into 5, a lot of them will wash out very quickly. So you didn't really have those super duper bad players. I mean, yes, you did. Some of them would play 1,000 battles if that's what it took to get carried enough. I guess it was only a matter of time. How many games do you need to play to get carried enough times to make it to rank 1? But a lot of people wouldn't make it, right? Because that big stretch between 12 and 5 meant that Premier was a bridge too far for a lot of people. They just couldn't make it there. And if you're a rank 2 with 4 stars and you're fighting for rank 1, you're playing with anyone in Premier. The guy that just arrived and the guy that's 2-4 like you. The difference between then and now is that now you have 3 mini leagues and you can't go backwards. Once you qualify for silver, you're permanently in silver until the season ends. Sprint will just reset. Whichever league you ended, you will start in that league again. You can't go backwards. And you have like 5 or 6 of these ranked sprints. All you have to do is get lucky enough times. And from bronze to silver is pretty easy because top 2 save the star. From silver to gold, it's harder because only one saves a star, but you can still do it and people will get carried. And once you make it into gold, you're permanently there. People are really bad at this game. It's shocking how bad people are. And if they get lucky enough to get carried into gold, they will be there. They will continue ruining your game. And you can't save a star, and you can't get rid of them, dude. They cannot go out of that Premier League anymore. They've removed that option. They can be as bad as they like with 10, rank 10 no stars and continuously keep losing the game. They cannot drop out. Unlike in the old system. It's what happened to carriers. Carriers were supposed to be the hardest class to play, but also the most powerful. What Wargaming did is they made it the easiest class to play while retaining the power. It's the same shit here. My win rate in gold is, I think, under 30% at the moment. I have the stats open here if you want to take a quick peek. But I don't, we cannot separate them between bronze, silver, and gold. As you can see, I'm currently rank 7 in gold, and that's yesterday, actually, that I played on Monday. Well, for you, it's going to be 2 days ago. I was like defeat, 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 victory, defeat, victory, defeat, 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 victory, defeat, and that was like victory, 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 defeat, victory, 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 and I was like, oh wow, we're calling it, we're done. I was actually shocked. I opened this just for this video, 61% win rate, and I was like, no way. My win rate in bronze and silver must have been fucking amazing, because from these 123 battles, the last 23 are like 75% defeats. And I'm not exaggerating. It's at least 70 to 75% defeats. People are playing horribly, horribly, and you have no hope. That's my issue here. That's why I wanted to make this video. I wanted to kind of share my experience so far. And I want to hear your experience in the comments. What is your ranked experience this season? Do you think that what Wargaming decided to do with these new rules, in bronze making it easier, in silver making it the same, and in gold making it a lot harder, tell me in the comments below, which league are you in? And like, what is your best and your worst experience? I'd love to read about some of your experiences. And what do you think of this season? Do you think it's better? And why? Do you think it's worse? Why? I can, from my experience, it's one of the most painful seasons ever. And it's got nothing to do, for the first time in a long time, it has nothing to do with the tier. Or with any other rules. I mean, yeah, there's carriers, that sucks, but it's all about the, like, not saving a star. For a player like me, I try to play for the team, and often I ended up not saving a star if it wouldn't work out. And then you kind of try to balance it. You always try to have a big enough contribution to the battle that you're a contender for the top spot, but you're also trying to play for the win, for the team. You try to put yourself out there and you try to balance it out. And if you see that the team cannot be carried, you just focus on yourself in the last few minutes and you try to do the best you can. But that's when you're certain you can't win. At least you save a star. In this system, you can focus on yourself, you can focus on the team, you can focus on the win, you can focus on whatever the hell you want. If your team is dead in 3 minutes, you're gonna lose the battle and there's nothing you can do that's gonna help you move forward. And it's frustrating. And that's why I'm making this video. I want to hear your opinions. I just felt like I wanted to communicate this. I think this ranked season is extremely painful. The video that I wanted to make, I decided to quit on it because in a moment of weakness, I have said a lot of harsh things on my stream, I never type or send messages to people, but I was having an outrage, and I was like, I wasn't really proud of it, and I don't want to promote frustration in that regard, and in calling out people and being a toxic fuck. So I just made the video, the fourth one. I really wanted to show you what those 3 situations look like where you lose the team in 3 minutes. If you want to do it, you can check out my Twitch, dig it out. I can only tell you that this happened on, I think, Sunday and Monday. Now, was it this one? I think it was this one. Or a week ago. I'm not sure. Honestly, I'm not sure. The Twitch VODs are there if you want to. I would also appreciate if you drop a follow there. That's it, man. I don't know. This win rate here is gonna go down by a big mile. By a big mile. Like, Gold is supposed to be with good players. Gold always turned out to be such a shit show. It's hilarious. And, yeah, look at this. From 48 defeats, I think 15 were in the last 25 games in Gold. And it's not because I'm particularly bad or making particular mistakes or anything like that. It's like, you don't have a chance. Like, you don't have a chance to do anything. The game is over before you get a chance to respond. I don't know, man. I just wanted to talk about it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll also take this moment to obviously say thank you so much for watching the channel and listening to my rant. Without you guys, it wouldn't be possible. I really appreciate any support. Drop a like on a video when I release it. If you're watching videos of mine, obviously. Otherwise, you know, whatever. Drop me a comment. Let me know what you think. Words of support are always welcome. Feedback on the video. You know. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe, all that stuff. I'm really hoping to hit 100,000 before the end of the year. Both on Twitch and YouTube. And I would very much appreciate your support there. It doesn't cost you anything. And obviously, if you want to join Discord, we have a big community. We like to help each other. We stay in touch. We talk about other games and stuff. And obviously, World of Warships. Link will be in description. And obviously, if you like to see some cute pictures of cats, my Twitter is flooded with them. That's it. I'm sure I'm gonna click stop recording. It's already like a half an hour video. Jesus Christ. And then I'm gonna remember a couple of more things that I wanted to do, but yeah. And lastly, just quickly, recently I haven't really made a lot of videos. I was competing in a tournament and before that preparing to compete in the tournament in Escape from Tarkov, playing with and against the best players in the world. It was absolutely nuts. And then a lot of IRL stuff to do and to handle. And then at the end of the day, I just didn't have the energy to deal with making a YouTube video. So videos recently have been a little bit scarce. I've also noticed the drop in viewership. I guess it's summer and people are not that interested. But yeah, to those of you who are still here and still watching, especially who made it this far into the video, thank you so much. And I will probably make another video. I don't know if I'm gonna do it like immediately now or in the upcoming days on a couple of things that are like slightly changing and stuff, but that is mostly for Twitch, not really for YouTube. But anyway, have a good rest of your have a good rest of your day. If you want to stop by to my Twitch, the link is going to be in the description. I stream every day but Tuesday, which is today, when I spend the whole day working on videos and cleaning and stuff. I don't know, doing IRL. Wednesday, which is the day you're going to be watching this on, if you're early enough, it's going to be 1st of June, and we're picking a new nickname. So if you want to drop there and, I don't know, maybe drop some subs to the community and have a chance of recommending a new nickname, It will be live on stream, 2 p.m. CEST till at least 6 is when the World of Warships part is. If you want to drop by, say hi, participate, if anything in voting for the new nickname, you're more than welcome. And then, I don't know, after that we'll probably play something else. So, thank you so much. Have a good rest of your day. And see you tomorrow.